Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for June 26th through July 2nd of 2022. I'm getting this up super early on Thursday because some of you might remember I have a certain number of podcast minutes and they're about to roll over. So I'm doing something extra, uploading the solstice audio that Shanta and I just did together as a bonus audio. So check that out when you can. So this week kicks off with the Neptune retrograde in Pisces right at the dark of moon in a Gemini moon that precedes our Cancer new moon. That means it's a very potent, creative time for you to make your connections to spirit, to your ancestors and animal spirit guides and other realms. Do some divinations, invite some answers about what you're complete with so that you know what you're initiating with the Cancer new moon. Deep breath. Lots of good energy this week to support you in your process. Last year and this year, Neptune is standing still around solstice time, emphasizing the renewal of our connection to the sacred, as well as the dream and vision we're living in this moment. Where the moon represents the individual womb energy, Neptune represents the collective womb experience on a much higher level. So as a whole, we are all returning to the womb at this time, essentially preparing for yet another rebirth. It's not going to be as tangible as some would prefer. From Neptune comes all things formless, but very, very real. Subconscious, dreams, magic, music, art, etc. While the womb was the source of nourishment and protection at one time, we annually renew that connection through the Neptune retrograde. It's time to check in on the relationship between your spirit and your human form. Every year, we are supported to renew that which supports us on a spiritual level. It is where you need to return periodically for strength, nourishment, and wisdom. The more regularly you are able to do this, the stronger the connection to your spirit and true purpose. When Neptune retrogrades, it may be less shocking than Uranus or Pluto, but no less effective. Its primary goal during a retrograde is to gently dissolve personal boundaries and remind you that you are an eternal spirit in a temporary form. You start to realize that you are connected to the whole. Not a bad idea, but to some, it can be unsettling if they are rigidly holding on to the boundaries of a false sense of security. Where you might pursue your dreams and visions when it is direct, when it's retrograding, be creative. Read, write, sing, dance in private for your own pure joy and delight, as well as for cleansing and releasing purposes. Okay, all of that moves energy through your body and helps free you up to be more creative. In addition to dreaming for the community, dream for your deepest soul self as well. Connect to that original intent, that original person you were born to be before you were imprinted by your family, culture, or environment. Original intent. There's something to meditate on. When you can, over the next 5 months, take some time to get back to your center and renew your connection to Great Spirit. Neptune is a collective planet, which means that all those born in a 14-year period have Neptune in the same sign and will share this spiritual connection. Jamie of Pandora Astrology calls it the shared dream of each generation and has a fantastic short article on the generations that I've linked in the blog. Same day, Monday the 27th, Mars sextile Saturn. This is a very good one. This energy gives you a tremendous power booster to your drive to create stability as you define it. You will be more willing to do the work, starting with a plan that is carefully thought out and then methodically carried out. Plan and then do. Not just one or the other, but both, which can eventually produce solid results. The rewards for your hard work or the return on your investment will reflect what energy you have put into stabilizing your life. This energy should not be restrained, but consciously directed. Excessive restriction may cause an explosion, with Saturn and Mars coming together, that happens down the line, whereas a solid base contains the fire, so it becomes useful, productive, and often beautiful as well. So we want to channel Mars fiery energy into some Saturn productivity or building some kind of stability. Very powerful alignment in a sextile is an opportunity to gain some traction. The next day, Tuesday the 28th, is Sun square Jupiter. This is a powerful energy, and with that comes the necessity of discernment. It can provoke you to get lots of things accomplished, and that's a good thing. However, beware of taking on more than you can actually handle or maintain on your own. Having said that now, if you need a little push to get some things done, this is just the energy for you. It carries with it the optimism necessary to allow you to go beyond your norm and stretch in new ways. Sometimes there can be a tendency towards self-righteousness with this energy too, but try to make it self-directed and you will benefit greatly. Walk your talk and fully embody your truth. However, if you turn it on others, demanding that they believe what you believe, you may have some difficulties. Be open and receptive. Have a don't know mind, because you never know what you may learn from another's perspective along the way that could really help you now or in the future. Deep breath. So let's be open and receptive. Let's limit our judgment. That's what happens with squares to Jupiter. Sometimes we can get a little judgy. At this point, the sun is all about you, the individual. So the real point of this energy is to grow in your consciousness, to shift something about your identity that you no longer believe anyway. So you need to do this upgrade. Jupiter's always here to improve our lives. And if you do the testing that goes with a square, then the same day Venus is sextiling Jupiter. That softens the edges, y'all. That gives it a little extra love around the sides. This energy expands your relationships, personal or professional, allowing you to gain traction in expressing the highest vibration that's possible for that particular connection. In personal relationships, things are sociable, light, and fun. In professional or public relationships, things can go more smoothly as folks are more relaxed and easygoing, upbeat, and open to exchanging ideas and concepts. This energy activates our innate optimism and natural positive thinking, so it is a good time to look into expanding your knowledge base in some kind of way that makes you more valuable to the team. You'll have that connection to your instincts and confidence with others that is a winning combination. I love it. That is the two benefactors coming together in an opportunity kind of activation. Same day Tuesday, our new moon in Cancer. This is a powerful opportunity to start anew in your Cancer area of life. We are getting a dose of new beginning energy that is so needed and necessary, considering the large-scale endings that we are also dealing with. This month gets personal thanks to Cancer energy and the new moon. They are helping us all seed a new consciousness, a new story, and new ways of interacting with others. It's time to initiate something that you are willing to be responsible for nurturing to its full development and releasing to the universe. What is your contribution? Something born from you. Cancer is the best time to practice deep self-care so that you are a more reliable vehicle for bringing your creations to life. Where is the fertile ground in your life, environment, or world at this time? What personal tending is up for you at this time? What basic fundamentals do you need to feel loved, supported, well-fed, and cared for? What are the basics that you need to feel loved, supported, well-fed, and cared for? Let's meditate on that. All that got an upgrade in the last 2 years. Cancer, Capricorn are both about the basics in life, like I said earlier. Emotional and physical security, food and shelter. It's about feeling what needs to be done and then doing it. So don't give in to emotional overwhelm. Instead, as you develop a whole new way of containing, nurturing, and protecting your life force energy, which is fuel what you eat or feed others, you are subsequently honoring your own feelings and personal nature. Remember, Cancer is how we feel on the inside about the Capricorn reality that we are living on the outside. So if there is a discrepancy, the new moon is the time to seed a new vision. Deep breath. And then July 1st, my actual birthday, Mars is squaring off with Pluto. I'm so glad I made absolutely zero plans, y'all. I'm going to hang out on July 10th, which is still a one day, but not on a day where Mars is squaring Pluto. This is a test of what you're made of on the deepest core level and will require surrender and a degree of self-awareness in order to navigate. This energy challenges you to evolve and will make you want to push through any obstacles, but you must be careful not to be so aggressive that you're stepping on anyone else to get where you're going. This is a potent energy that can facilitate major transformation in your life if you know who you are, what you want, and what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. That includes parts of yourself that may need to shift in order for you to be more effective at this time. This energy can bring power struggles within or without, so be mindful because this energy is affecting everyone at this time. This is a time to tie up any loose ends if you are close to beginning anew. If you do not finish what you already have in the works, it may get in the way of things you want to do in the future. It's time to align your true inner power with balanced outer actions and choices. Deep breath. So yeah, this is the get down to business. This is not time to party. July 2nd, which is Saturday, Mercury trines Saturn and square Neptune. So we have ease and grace with the reality check, but a little confusion and clarity will be needed with Neptune. Boundaries or channeling it into something spiritual or artistic is usually helpful. But I also think that this is the other side of the Mercury retrograde before it moves into Cancer and has a whole nother vibration going on. So we're still processing and integrating all that's come up, let's say, in the last 9 weeks. Okay, so let's look at it that way too. Both of these activations happen on Saturday, July 2nd. Mercury trining Saturn says this energy is good for deep thinking. You are sharp and your standards are high because you are in strategy mode. This is a more solitary energy though, so communications with others may be hampered a bit because it is time for you to hold your own at some new level. It's time to focus on the details that hold the big dream together, all the little things that make the grand vision work. Some folks respect that attention to detail, while others may consider it nitpicky. But it is what the energy supports at this time, so don't worry if others don't understand the process that you are going through. By the same token, you may also feel a little overwhelmed by the many little things that cannot be denied or delayed, and thus a sense of urgency to get it all done. Beware of the tendency toward pessimism, depression, or overwhelm. Try to stay focused on all the blessings that you do have and all that you have accomplished instead of what's still on the list of things to do in life. This energy is not intended to make you feel bad about all the things left yet to do, but encourage you to begin the necessary steps for manifesting your dreams. This energy just makes you focus on the practical side of manifesting. Clear the debris and begin to lay a new, clean, solid foundation beneath your goals. Saturn gets you present to the necessary steps, and Mercury helps you think clearly. Now, Neptune comes along to mess that all up. So like I said, you might want to use it for the energy of creativity, right? To get your creative juices going, to think outside the box. This is a mixed blessing. On one hand, it's good for spiritual study and giving your dreams a little energy if your schedule permits. On the other hand, it makes for major miscommunications between people. So the other caveat here is that it probably is all working very well for you, but maybe this is solitary work, intentional solitude, where you go to do your own processing, you take notes in your journal or you review your journal, and you come up with the plan for the next step. Try to think before speaking, because if it's possible to misunderstand or not get it all together, it will happen this week. Be careful not to let longing for your dreams to come true to distort your judgment and mislead you into believing the illusion. With this energy, some people will deliberately deceive, and others will have to be careful not to be misled. Stick to the facts or stay quiet for now. You may even be inclined to withhold information in order to avoid a confrontation. Don't do it. Communicate with yourself and God today. Otherwise, plan to be very clear in explaining yourself to others, humans in general, so that there are no misunderstandings. Deep breath. Like I said, we're still just coming out of the Mercury retrograde, and some clarifying conversations might be on the agenda for some folks. So the podcast version of this forecast is going up super early on Thursday. I will get the blog and the video done as soon as possible to follow that. And reach out if you need to. I hope you have a fantastic week. This is Callie Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.